So you're asking yourself if you should read the Plated Prisoner series by Raymond Kennedy. I can tell you I'm only on book 4, but this is quickly becoming a god tier series for me. I don't really understand why this book series sits in the romance section of Barnes & Noble and bookstores instead of in the fantasy section. I mind this series should be sitting right next to ACOTAR, Fourth Wing, and those other more popular romantasy series. Not saying that this series isn't a romance or that it's better or worse to be in one section. I just think that this story and this series is so much deeper than just a romance, and I think it deserves to be up there with the other romantasy top tier book series. Although I'm only on book 4, there is a ton of world building, magic, and really thought out plot and development in this story. First of all, look how big these books are, okay? There's a lot going on in these. This series got me into reading big books, not being afraid to read big books. I am not intimidated at all by its size because I know I'm going to enjoy every single minute of this. I'm not bored. Not bored at all. Perhaps maybe some people are turned off by this series because reviews that say you have to get through book 1 and book 2 to get to the good stuff in the later books. I don't necessarily agree with that. I was hooked from book 1 and book 2 and I really enjoyed them. I feel really lucky that I went into the series completely blind. I didn't know anything that happened. I didn't know anything about the characters. And if you're able to, I definitely recommend going in blind, trust the process, and just be along for the ride. Even if you think that things are a little weird in the first chapter of the first book, just keep reading. Although I will say book 3 and 4, which I'm currently on 4, the story really starts to take off. If you love slow burn, detective book boyfriends, the damsel in distress trope, and a woman who is coming into her own and has immense character development, I highly recommend you start it. I know I'm not done with it yet, but if you're asking yourself if you should read this series and you've been putting it off, yeah, go read it.